Right guys, the good, the bad and the ugly of cycling around St Austell. So I went for a ride the other day. Let's have a look what I found. Just going on the Cypress Avenue Bridge here. Built in 1854 by no other than Mr. Brunel and his crew. Now here's a really good example of how a cycle path should be. Separate from the traffic, we're actually above the traffic, and nice smooth surface, great clear crossing points, feel really safe. What a great example of a cycle path. Okay, we're at the intersection now of the A3082, and it's just leading us to the Par roundabout near the Britannia Hotel. There's Par Market and the range on the right. Again, another great example of how a cycle path should be, the good. Now it all sort of goes to pot a little bit here. Just have a look here, we can see end of the cycle path, so not allowed to ride on the pavement there. So I'm going to go left now towards St Austell. So we're just going onto the Homebush Road now. Nice clear crossing point, very busy roundabout that. Now, if you look at that path on the left, there's some question as to if that is an actual cycle path. I'll explain later. Little sort of broken line there in the road, pretty hard to follow. You can see some really good examples of good driving, and there's a few examples of bad driving where people aren't giving you the required room. Much rather be on the pavement, but there's no markings to say I could be on that pavement, say it's a cycle path, until we get to the end of it. So we go around the puddle and just runs out, the cycle path runs out. Now this is the interesting bit, because if you're riding the other way, if you're riding sort of eastwards, you'd see that there's a sort of faint cycle path marking, so it looks like it is legal if you're riding the other way, but if you're coming westwards, you're pretty clueless. So I'm just going on to the A391 now, going northwards, and yeah, another great example of a cycle path. I'm turning left now, I think this is Trenoa Road, it's going towards Wheal Northey and then towards the Asda. So this is meant to be a marked box to protect cyclists, and as you can see it's quite faded. Coming past the Polkive Leisure Centre now, and we're heading into town. So we're just heading into St Austell town now. What a vista. Can't go past without calling in and saying hello to my old mate Clint. Have you missed it? Good lad is our Clint. An ambassador for Man Down, which is a male mental health charity, but he's also a boxer. And if you want to know more about him, look up the Bionic Boxing Barber. So we're just approaching the junction of Market Street and 4th Street, and if you're going to St Austell, the one thing I'd advise you to do is go and have a look at the market house. It's absolutely marvellous. So this is the Earth Goddess, designed by Sandy Brown, and it's all part of the China heritage of St Austell. So we're just coming up to that double roundabout, back on the main A390. I'm going eastwards now towards Asda and back towards Charlestown, and the cycle paths, well, just have a look yourself. In fairness, if we've gone straight on at that roundabout and headed south towards Mether, there is a prescribed cycle route which takes you back to the sort of Homebush area. Oh look, someone's painted the cycle path green. That'll stop me getting knocked off. So the ugly, you'll notice here the cycle path just runs out and there's no separation between the cyclists and the traffic. Bit more of a cycle path here, but it seems to have halved in width. So my nerve's gone here, so I'm going right onto Porthbean Road, and it'll be a bit quieter. Left here onto Dewporth Road, and we're just on the hill down to Charlestown. Loads and loads of passing places, no cycle path. It's pretty quiet this time of year though, so it feels pretty safe. This is a brocante. It sells unique gifts apparently. My wife likes it. So on the right is the Pier House Hotel. Had a bit of a fire about 18 months ago. We're hoping it's going to be open in the next 2 or 3 months. So guys, you might recognise the scenery here. It's where Pole Dart was famously filmed, and I made quite a good living at the time, standing in for him as his sex double. So there we are folks, the good, the bad and the ugly, and yeah, on the whole it's a pretty good place to ride round. Obviously the main roads are best to be avoided, and I think there needs to be a little bit of work on the cycle paths there, but some really good examples of you know, safe, robust cycle paths that are nice to just nice to ride along. It's just a shame they aren't all joined up at the moment. Perhaps things will change. If you get out of St Austell, a little bit, get on the Penchewin Trail, Get on the clay trails, some great little trails there to cycle around, and even further out of St Austell, if you get on the camel trail, that is just ace. Anyway, like I say, hope you enjoyed it.